Welcome back, everyone. Dyno Joe here. Today we're going to test some do-it-yourself pipe style mufflers. We've seen all these different styles on YouTube, on the forums, on Facebook. These are the ones you can do it yourself. If you want to get rid of your can style muffler, some of them are loud, some of them might not be practical to some people, but everybody has different opinions, so we'll see how they all work out. First one, I'll show all these up close, but we've got a simple header pipe. We've got a longer curved header pipe. We've got the 90-degree style, large tube and an outlet right off to the side. And then we got a single megaphone. All these runs will be done on the 660. All right, here's the 5 mufflers or pipes that we're going to test today. We'll do the stock one. Still has the cage in there. That's the way the 660 muffler is. Then we'll do this header pipe off to a slight angle. About a 1-inch diameter pipe. Then we'll do this longer header that comes down the front of the case. That's about 1.25 inch pipe. Then we'll do this 90-degree. This is about 1.75 inch, and that's a little over 1 inch for an outlet. Then this is the megaphone that I whipped up. It's a lot shorter than it's supposed to be, but we'll see if it works. Threw that together just to try this test out and see which style does better. This is your style. Well, this is similar to what it'll do. Everybody has different thoughts. Everybody has different ideas on what type of mat to use, what sizes, what ratios. The 3 in the middle here were all sent in to test, try different ideas. This is one I threw together, the megaphone. This is just to show what these different styles do. When it comes to the tune for each one of these, I'm just going to give it a nice rich work tune, a nice strong 4-stroke where it'll clean up under load. Alright, here's the results. This is pipe 1. This is pipe 2. This is pipe 3. And then my megaphone is pipe 4. You can see pipe 2 made the most power. 8.12 at 9,000. The peak's actually a little bit back. You can see this is pipe 2's curve, this pink. The stock 660 is right here, kind of in the middle, this blue color. It peaks right at that same 7 horse that it always has been. This is my megaphone attempt. This is pipe 4, the megaphone. To actually lower on power, it peaks back here, which was kind of odd. It actually makes the most torque out of all of them and at a lower RPM than all of them. But there's a lot that goes into building a pipe. There's a lot that goes into building a megaphone, a tuned pipe, and these megaphones are supposed to be tuned as well. That's why it's tuned for everything peaking back here. That's why a wide open cone like that can actually make more power down low than everybody else. You can see it drops right off. Now this longer curved pipe, pipe 2, makes the best power, a nice broad range, and it even reaches out decent. Pipe number 1, this short straight to the point, everything lines up, it makes a lot of upper end power. You'll see in the report the actual true numbers because all these in the graph are taken at 9,000, which is back here. That's below pipe number 1, and it's still a little bit ahead of where pipe 2 actually peaks. But I just wanted to show all these on the graph. This 90-degree style, that's right here in the middle. Nice broad power band, super flat, real long range. Right there, pipe 3. It's kind of right here in the middle. Not a huge gain over stock, but it broadens the power band. It is a gain all the way across. So pipe 1, pipe 2, pipe 3, stock, and then my attempt at a megaphone was kind of a flop. Unless you need a lot of low end pulling way down low and you want to make an awful lot of noise. It's pretty loud. So we'll look at the report. We'll look at the actual numbers now. All right, here's the numbers. I tried to highlight the peaks. This is pipe 2, right here. Most power. Pipe 1, second most power. Pipe 3, third most. Mine made the same kind of horsepower as stock, but made a lot more torque than stock. Well, not a lot, about 10% more torque. Now, the most powerful made 8.2. That was a 17% gain in horsepower over the stock run. Second place made 7.74 horsepower. That's right at 10% over stock. Third place made 7.4. That's 6% over stock. Mine tied stock, so no power gain. So this is the number report. The longer, a little bit larger diameter curved pipe made the most power. Second most torque only to my megaphone style, which was really surprising to me. But like I said, that megaphone style is absolutely useless for anything else. So you can't even count that as anything good. The 90-degree style, that one was a solid gain in horsepower and torque. So that one could be used. This is more, if your muffler gets smashed and you really want to, you can use this style. It does make power. Now this is with the steel dual port arrangement on the 660. The quad port Husqvarna's may be different. The newer Strato saws may be different. That's all things that just trial and error. You have to try out. There is math, there is thoughts, there is everything involved in making all these. But these were the ones that were sent in. I showed you my attempt. And this is the results on the 660 today. Well, that was slightly disappointing. Kind of wish the megaphone did better, but that just goes to show that there is a lot of math, a lot of calculations, a lot of actual tuning that comes in play when you're building any kind of expansion chamber, any kind of pipe, any kind of, even these regular plain tube or pipe mufflers. There is certain things, certain flow characteristics, the amount of blowdown, the amount of dwell time, exhaust port height, everything, it all comes into play. Hopefully everybody found this useful. Helps people decide what style muffler they want, what style they don't. Maybe you just want to run the regular box style muffler. We'll have to test those next. Really got to give the actual tuned pipe expansion chamber builders a lot of credit. That was a lot more difficult than I expected it to be, just trying to form and fit these 3 rings and make a little header real quick. There's an awful lot of math, a lot of theory, a lot of everything getting these dialed in. Even the best performing version of these pipes was about 33% less than the actual tuned expansion chamber. I said that just goes to show that there's a lot into actual tuning a pipe, a lot into actual pipe making. It's no easy task to learn how to fit all those up, roll them, get nice welds, make them look nice, and getting them to perform. That's just something to think about. I said 33% less than the actual expansion chamber. So next, we'll have to try all the different box muffler, the stock muffler. Some different covers, tubes, side ports, front ports, top left, bottom left, straight out the middle. The whole straight shot bark box thing, both Gordy and Jason have those results posted on theirs, so there's no sense to rehash them. But we will do a bunch of DIY stuff. Alright, the longer curved header pipe made better power, made the most power over a long range. The second, the shorter with the 45-degree wide open header pipe, made power at the most RPM. So depending on your chain speed, chain type, depending on how you like to run a saw, how you like to file, somebody that runs higher rakers and a fast chain can make this pipe outdo this pipe. It all just, there's chain plays a big part into it. You can see the stock run right here. The 90-degree style pipe has a super broad, flat power band. That one will work for most any style. It'll feel stronger all the way across. Picks up good down low, stays good, even more up top. Wide open pipe 1 really makes the power up higher. The longer curved header pipe makes power a little bit lower in the range. Still a good power band and doesn't give up any anywhere. Then my attempt, it's down on power up high, but it actually way down here actually makes the most torque out of any of them with that megaphone. Not practical at all. Something I threw together, just wanted to see. So, just wanted to talk these runs a little bit more. Just because this one makes more power, it is a lesser RPM than where this one makes, depending on how they're chained, depending on the species of wood. That could flip either way. The 90-degree pipe makes better power than stock across the whole thing. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, next time we'll get into doing the mufflers, the actual stock style mufflers with different outlets, different arrangements, everything. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody.